Hello everyone, my name is John Polk, and I went to prison, and so should you. It's actually a title of a book that I wrote, and I wrote this book because I felt compelled to write this book because I felt like my life was ruined by what happened to me well over a decade ago, actually more like 13, 14 years ago. And back 13, 14 years ago, I was a gazillionaire, multi-millionaire, had everything that life had to offer: family, kids, money, success, big house, my own airplane, had everything. And trust me, I'm not trying to get you to feel sorry for me, because I will tell you one of the things I learned when I was in the joint, as they call it, or in prison, and I didn't do like a little county time. I had 51 months, and I did served over 3 years in prison and 3 years probation, so I know what this is all about. But the one thing I'm grateful for is that I learned a little something from that experience. I actually learned a lot, and I learned something called empathy. And my brothers and sisters who are still in there, and more importantly, who have gotten out and found not such a friendly environment. And that is an understatement. When I say not a friendly environment, I mean it's hostile. I actually believe it's one of the last great discriminations left on this planet, and it is one of the last great civil rights issues left to fight. And I know a lot of people say, whoa, felons shouldn't have rights. Let me give you a little metaphor, a little analogy. Back in the 50s, and who knows how many thousands of years that human beings have been in subjugation by people who thought they should rule. But, you know, all kinds of people have been discriminated against. Women, African Americans, all kinds of people. But there was a time in America when a black person couldn't ride in a bus or use a public restroom or go to a bathroom. And everybody at the time thought, well, that's just normal. What the hell are you thinking about? I mean, it's normal to, have those black people, and, they didn't call them that. I won't even say that word because I'm not qualified to say that word. But you know what I'm talking about. Well, guess what? Felons are the new you-know-what. And if you happen to be African American, then you're doubly screwed, because you have that discrimination, and then you have the discrimination of being a convicted felon. And there's no hierarchy, and it says you're a felon. It means if you stole a cookie or a Snickers bar, you're like the rapist piece of shit who robbed people 20 different times and repeated offender and everything else. A felon is a felon is a felon. And basically in this country, you're a piece of raw shit if you are a convicted felon. Now, I know, see, I sound like a felon right now, don't I? Well, I wrote a book. It took me nearly a decade to write, and it's extensive. It's not some just minor league deal. It's a major work, and I would love to share it with you. And if you respond to this, I'll send you parts of the book, and then if you like it, I'll send you all of it. I mean, I'm going to publish this book, and my goal is to really transform, what's going on out there. I'm going to read a little bit of the preface for you here, and then I'm going to go to the next video, because I don't want to just make this too long. This is by the author, me. I had 5 major goals when I sat down to pen this book. The first was to alert, enlighten, shock, sadden, and then scare the hell out of as many readers as I can who are living their lives believing they are safe from incarceration and not giving a hoot about the millions of people, guilty and innocent, who are now serving time or have. That is, I set out to reach those many people, often referred to as the silent majority, who are living in a cocoon of social myths that have told them all their life that they are living in a country that is all about truth, justice, and so the American way. People who believe that we have the best, most conscientious legal system in the world, and are not aware that we are instead a country of mass imprisonment that, in many instances, manufacture the very criminals that are arrested and sentenced, people who are content to simply accept what they are told by media, by the propaganda of the law enforcement agencies, by government, and yes, by heritage, that our judiciary is unbiased and fair to all. Okay, I'm going to stop there. If you like this, let me know. I'm going to be posting lots and lots and lots of videos, and I'm going to be seeking the help. Please share this video with someone you know who's been incarcerated, whether they were guilty or innocent. It doesn't matter. Once you serve your time, you deserve the right to live again and get fair housing and be able to qualify for a job and live the American dream. You shouldn't be sentenced to a life sentence of being fucked over the rest of your life. And you know what? I can't help it. That's the way I'm going to talk periodically, and if you can't handle it, just click off and go somewhere else, because there's a big part of me that I have to stay a little angry or I won't do this. And I don't need to do this. I'm doing this because I want to help those who are out there battling the same kind of baloney that I've been fighting for years. And I'm white with blue eyes and educated and all that, and I know I struggle all the time with this. So I'm going to tell you something, brothers and sisters. If you're a family member, friend of, uncle, aunt, sister, brother, whatever, or it's happened to you, I love you, and I'm here for you, and I hope and I pray that you will get in touch with me through, respond and comment on this video. And if I see people responding, I will blast this thing out, and let's go change the world together, man. Talk to you later. Bye.